Every season, hype and reality collide. Some players are worshipped like legends but underdeliver. Others grind in silence and never get the credit they deserve. Today, we're exposing the truth. The most overrated and underrated NFL players of 2025. And trust me, number one is going to shock you. Let's start with the overrated list. Kicking it off at number 3, Dak Prescott. Yes, he's talented. We've all seen the flashes of brilliance, but too often, his performances fall short in those critical clutch moments. You look at the stat sheet, and the numbers look good on paper, but when the pressure really hits, the rhythm just breaks. Fans desperately want to believe, but the week-in, week-out consistency just isn't there yet. Coming in at number 2, Deebo Samuel. Explosive, fast, dynamic, there's no denying his raw talent. But if we're being honest, his production has dipped, and a string of injuries has slowed him down. Despite that, the media hype keeps him front and center, while other receivers are quietly outperforming him, putting up bigger numbers without the same level of fanfare. And the number one most overrated player? Aaron Rodgers. Now, hold on. I know what you're thinking. He's a living legend, an icon of the game, absolutely. But at this stage of his career, the narrative is starting to overshadow the results on the field. His presence still brings headlines and sells tickets, but that undeniable spark, that magic we all remember, seems to be fading. Greatness has to evolve, and right now, Rodgers feels caught between the nostalgia of his prime and the reality of today. All right, let's flip the script and talk about the underrated heroes. At number 3, we've got Amon-Ra St. Brown. Week after week, this guy delivers. He's a machine of reliability, precision routes, and clutch catches when his team needs him most. Yet, when you listen to the national sports media, his name is barely mentioned. He's a cornerstone player who deserves way more recognition. Sliding into the number 2 spot is Tony Pollard. Often overlooked behind star quarterbacks and flashy receivers, he quietly anchors his team's offense. He's the guy turning broken plays into big moments, finding a way to move the chains when it looks like there's nothing there. He's the engine that makes the offense go, but he rarely gets the spotlight. And now, for the number 1 most underrated player in the league, Tua Tagovailoa. Constantly doubted, constantly analyzed, every throw picked apart by critics. But this season, he is systematically proving them all wrong. His accuracy is elite, his leadership is undeniable, and his poise under pressure shows he absolutely belongs among the top quarterbacks. He isn't flashy, he's just incredibly effective. Look, these rankings aren't about disrespect, they're about gaining a new perspective. In a league that's so often built on headlines and highlight reels, it's easy to forget that football is about substance, not just style. The underrated players fight harder because they feel like they constantly have something to prove. And sometimes that fire, that chip on their shoulder, makes all the difference in the world. So, what do you think? Do you agree with this list? Who do you think is the most overrated or underrated player this season? I want to hear your picks, so drop them in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video with a friend, and subscribe to NFL Spotlight, where we speak the truth others are afraid to say. Thanks for watching.